So for today's 88, I am mixing it up a bit. I'm going to do 44 deadlift, 44 air bike cows as an 8-minute EMOM. So I've got to be careful. Purely recovery standpoint, I've got to be a little bit careful with things like deadlifts and heavy loads. Make sure I don't overdo it. So rather than doing 88 deadlifts, I'm going to start by going halfway at least. And breaking it up so that I only am doing 11 in a minute, plus there'll be a bit of rest before I get on the bike, and then I'll have the bike for a minute, and then it'll be a good 90 seconds between each time coming back to the bar. My hope is that'll make it okay. But this is the first kind of proper attempt doing anything really on the bar. I did do some cleans last week with Jack at Optimum 3, but they were very light. I was only 30 kilo cleans and they were a bit wonky. If I'm feeling brave in a bit, I might have a go with this. I've got 40 kilos on the bar, so I might have a little go with this in a bit just to see how it feels. But I'm feeling good and I'm feeling better every day, and I genuinely thought working out every day was going to be more tiring than it has been. I actually feel better for working out every day. With my being fixed, the sleep side of things isn't great, but there's not much I can do about that with a 7-week-old. So diet at least and exercise, it's two parts of the equation that are largely good at the moment. So let's see how this goes. So I actually go far too cautious on this. In the end, it's not really a very good stimulus, so I've left it in because it was the 88 for this day, as part of the 88 challenge that I'm doing to raise money for the brain tumour charity. And it's a good range finder, given that it was my first time deadlifting, to understand where I was. And then you'll see in the second part of the video I adapt this to an AMRAP, which then I'm able to go heavier and harder on, and it goes much better. So it's worth watching this to kind of see the comparison and see that I'm basically stood around waiting and I'm kind of raring to go. But I'll just leave it there for now. Catch you in a bit. Didn't think I'd be waiting this long. Oh. 14. Oh, definitely should have gone harder for this. So that was far too light. I was ripping them off the ground, that felt fine. Not enough calories on the air bike either, so that counts as my 88 for today. But I think I'm gonna do it again for my own purposes. The question is how. So my heart rate there was, it's barely touching 110. So with the target in mind of trying to get up towards 150 or an average of 150, I think I need to hit the bike harder. Put a bit of extra weight on the bar. Still do need to be a bit careful with that. Can't go too mental. So that's 40 at the minute. What's sensible? Come on, you gotta stay sensible, man. I'll go up to 60, I think, and do it as an 8-minute AMRAP. Stick to the 11 cals because I kept overdoing the cals on the bike. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We'll do that. So the plan is basically the same thing again, except instead of doing 4 rounds in 8 minutes, I'll see how many I can do in 8 minutes. Push a bit, see where I'm at. So this will be a good test of my perception of where I am versus where I actually am. I wasn't expecting to go quite as well as that just there. So first test is, let's see what 60 feels like. Yeah, I think I can do that. Oh. much more appropriate stimulus. Oh, I'll get my breath back while I tidy up and then I'll explain. That's the final result. So was definitely right that I'd been too cautious first time round. Far too long resting, and I was, you know, overdoing the calories on every round because I felt fine. So if I'd have not gone to 15 almost on every round, then I'd have had even more rest. But I did my 88, which was the goal, and I've definitely then hit a good training stimulus for today with getting my heart rate up and building my fitness. So pretty happy with that. It's good, 2 workouts to compare against each other. So yes, the second one was heavier. I did have 60 kilos on the bar versus 40, but that just goes to show how undercooked that first one was really. So yeah, all in all, pretty pleased with that. 5 round 7. I reckon I can redo that again in a few weeks maybe, and see if I can maybe finish the 6th round. Captain optimistic over here. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, we'll see how I get on. Fitness wise, generally everything seems to be going pretty well. I did a clip, a section of the video that I posted on the sort of treatment update side of things yesterday, which I might rip out the fitness side of that and stick it on the end of this, to be honest. Fits quite well as a bit of an update. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Barbell's back. Here he is, rusty boy. It's been languishing in here for well over a year, untouched, unloved. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I think I'll leave that there unless I've stuck this clip on, so I'll just leave it as a if you do enjoy these videos, please do subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. It does help. For anyone who doesn't know me, who's got any questions, please leave comments, or you can message me over on Instagram. So there's links to that in the bio of my YouTube and basically everywhere. You should be able to find that. Shouldn't be difficult to find. But yeah, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.